Hello, good morning. Hey folks. All right. It's going to wait a couple minutes while everyone filters in. Good morning, good morning. 2 blocks for today's practice. If you don't have 2 blocks, you can grab a couple of cans of chickpeas, a couple of big mason jars, a couple of big books. We will start lying down, so if you want to get comfy on your backs, you can do that as well. Hello, good morning. All the regulars are here, I love it. I'm really happy to be back with you this morning after a 3-week hiatus from teaching, a necessary healing period after I took a spill off my bike. So I'm really happy to be back here with you in nearly perfect health, and a great opportunity to remind ourselves that even though the yoga practice can be really challenging and oftentimes athletic, that it's primarily a healing practice. And so there's always a way to make the practice work for you, even if you're not in perfect physical health. And so I hope that we can all arrive to this practice this morning in our physical bodies exactly as we are, regardless of our strengths or weaknesses, and just be grateful for what we're capable of today. I know I'll definitely be trying to do that as well and modifying with you. So let's get right down to it. Grab your 2 blocks if you've got them, and let's start lying on our backs. I'm just going to turn off the comments here. I'll turn them back on later. All right, let's do some yoga. So let's start lying in Shavasana. And get really comfy here. Heels wide, toes drop open. Notice the parts of the back body that contact the mat, and can you let them soften the shoulder blades, the backs of the arms, glutes, calves, ankles. And then relax the muscles of the abdomen and let your belly rise and fall freely, really easy and soft. And close the eyes if that's comfortable, and isolate your breath in and out through the nose. And elongating the breath here, inhaling through the nose, the belly fills, the rib cage expands. And exhaling through the nose, emptying the lungs all the way to the bottom, navel to spine. And as we breathe this way, can we find a rhythmic breath, an equal length breath in as out? And we layer on our Ujjayi hissing sound, constricting the back of the throat. Finding that whisper in the back of the throat with each exhalation, keeping the lips closed, breath through the nose. And we do our best to breathe this way for the remainder of this morning's practice, whenever possible. And with your inhale, reach the arms back overhead, zip up the legs, point the toes, take a full body stretch. And with your exhale, draw the right knee in toward the chest, interlacing the fingers over the right shin, or a great modification for sore knees is interlacing behind the hamstring instead, just giving the knee a little bit of space, snuggling right thigh up alongside right ribs. And doing our best to keep both shoulder blades anchored to the mat here. The long leg is really strong and active, toes flexing back toward the face. Take one more big breath in, and full breath out. Full body stretch. Inhale, reach the arms back, right leg is long. Exhale, draw the left knee in. Option to interlace around the shin or behind the hamstrings. Snuggling left thigh up alongside left side ribs. We're here to compress the hip joint. And flexing the right toes strongly back toward the face, and the left ankle can stay nice and soft.
full body stretch. Inhale, reach the arms back, left leg is long. Exhale, both knees draw in for happy baby pose, reaching the arms in between the legs, picking up the outside edges of the feet. Start by lengthening the spine, so plug the arm bones back and down. Tilt the pubic bone away from the face, and this place of length, we draw the knees toward the armpits and do our best to point the soles of the feet straight up toward the ceiling. Each leg makes a 90-degree angle. Spine lengthening shape as well as a hip compression. And take a big breath in, fill it up. Exhale, wrap your arms around your shins or under the hamstrings, draw the knees in toward the chest. With an inhale, take the right arm back overhead. Exhale, rock onto your right side. Let's rest in the fetal shape, just a couple of breaths here. If it's comfortable, close the eyes. And I invite you here to set an intention for your practice. Doesn't need to be fancy, just a way of focusing your effort on the mat. With that intention in mind, let's make our way patiently to a tabletop, hands and knees facing forward. Spread the fingers wide. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and lean forward, press down into your finger pads. With an inhale, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, and look up for cow stretch. Exhale, round the back, press into the hands, cat stretch. Again, belly drops, heart lifts, inhale. Hissing sound with the breath, round it out, exhale. Twice more, inhale, belly low, heart high. Can you drag the heart forward of the shoulders? Exhale, round it, reverse, spread shoulder blades, dome the upper back. Last time, inhale. Round, reverse, exhale. Inhale, find a neutral spine and tuck your toes under. Exhale, lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog, and any movements that help release some strain, some tension here. Pedal the heels, sway the hips. Stay really strong through your hands, spread your fingers, clutch the mat with your finger pads. And this feeling of hollowing your armpits. Find stillness in your dog. You're welcome to bend your knees if that's most comfortable. With an inhale, rise up to tiptoes, point your tailbone to the ceiling. Exhale, press your heels back and push your chest toward your shins. Again, inhale, rise. We're just stretching out the soles of the feet here, the toe joints, the ankle joints, and exhale, press heels back. A slow, modified flow. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Drop to the knees. Keep your bum high as you exhale, lower chest and chin to the mat. Untuck the toes. Inhale to low cobra. Loop the shoulders back. Hug your elbows in toward your sides. Exhale through bent knees, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Empty out all the way through the nose. Once again, inhale, high plank. Shoulders glide beyond the wrists over the knuckles. Drop to the knees, hips high, lower chest and chin with your exhale. Inhale, low cobra. Press into the laces side of the feet. Feel the bum get strong. Exhale through bent knees, downward facing dog. 3 counts to breathe in. And 3 counts out. Last time, inhale, glide forward to high plank. Option 2, drop to the knees or stay long, take chaturanga as you lower. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale through bent knees or straight legs, downward facing dog. Pause, take a breath. Inhale, rise up to tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step, step, or a light hop. Feet up to hands. Halfway lift, hands on shins. Exhale and fold. Let's take one more half lift as we inhale, hands to shins or fingertips to the mat. Look forward and lean forward. Exhale, fold, head is heavy. Inhale, reach up, look up, palms connect overhead. Exhale, hands through the heart, arms by your sides. And be still in mountain pose, reconnect to the rhythm and the quality of your breath. Creating some heat with a half sun salutation. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale and fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Look up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Arms by your sides. Once again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Look up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Arms by your sides. Last time, ride the breath. Inhale, fill up, reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Look up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart. Arms by your sides, full sun salutation, 2 rounds. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step, step to high plank, and your choice to lower knees, chest, and chin, or stay long, take chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale through bent knees or straight legs, downward facing dog, and we pause for 3 breaths. Take a little bend in the knees, glide the thigh bones up and back, tilt your pelvis forward, tailbone to ceiling, and from that place maybe straighten the legs. Take one more full round of breath. Big breath in. Exhale, bend the knees and look forward. Inhale, step, step, or hop, feet to hands, halfway lift. Fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up, look up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart, arms by your sides, just once more like this. You've got it. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step, step to high plank, your choice, knees first or chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog, pause. Notice the action of your abdomen as you breathe. And with each exhalation, can you empty your lungs out all the way and think of pressing your front rib cage in toward the ceiling, finding that really strong contraction of the abdominal muscles when the lungs are empty. With an exhale, bend your knees and look forward. Inhale, step, step, or hop, halfway lift. Fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up, look up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through the heart, arms by your sides. Be still and breathe. Notice the heat you've created in the body. Notice how your body begins to rely differently on your breath. And then hands to hips. Separate the feet so they're hip width and parallel. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, knees nice and soft as you fold forward. First two fingers scoop up the inside of the two big toes. So the palms face in, elbows point outside to side. As you inhale, think half lift as you lean forward and look forward. Exhale, draw the belly in, drop the head, and fold. Padangusthasana. Fingers gently pull up, toes gently push down, and just like in down dog, that feeling of gliding the thigh bones up and back and spilling your pelvis forward. Release your toes, but stay low. Bend your knees, drop your hips. We're moving to a wide-legged chair pose. Inhale, arms up. So rather than sticking your tailbone straight back, can you think of subtly pointing it down toward your heels? Keep the front rib cage knitting in toward the spine really strong. And we'll move between this shape and a forward fold. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands through the heart, fold forward. Moving with the breath. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, fold. Twice more. Inhale, chair pose. Fluid movement. Use your breath to guide you. Exhale, fold. This time's different. Inhale to chair pose. As you exhale, right hand to the low back. Left forearm rests across your thighs. Move into a twist. So I like to actually grip the outside of the thigh to help roll the chest open to the right. Send your gaze over your top shoulder. Maybe pressing gently into your left elbow to help draw the shoulders away from the ears. Take 2 more breaths. With an exhale, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, walk onto the palms of your hands. So you may need to bend your knees a little bit more here so that you can hide each hand completely under the sole of each foot. A little softness in the knees. Head is heavy, tailbone high. If possible, find a bend in your elbows and see if you can find a stretch in your wrists or in your forearms here. A nice added benefit of this variation. One more breath in this fold. Release your hands. Think half lift as you inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Drop your hips back to that wide-legged chair pose. So the biceps are back in line with the ears. We're hollowing the armpits, internally rotating the pinky fingers. If you're feeling that fire in the thighs, just means you're doing it right. It's a really challenging shape. Take a big breath in. Back to that forward fold with your exhale. Once again, chair pose to inhale. Exhale to fold. Twice more, inhale. Fold, exhale. Last one's different. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, left hand to low back, right forearm across to twist. Every exhalation, thinking of wringing out the spine, wringing out the internal organs, and pulling the navel in toward the spine here. Right knee draws back in line with the left. Take 2 more breaths. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, your choice. Step to down dog, hold, or step to plank and flow. We'll meet in downward facing. Coming into our first rest here, releasing to the knees and dropping sit bones to heels for child's pose. If there's a resting shape that you prefer, sitting cross-legged, fetal shape, or on your back, that's absolutely fine as well. Great opportunity here to grab a sip of water and reconnect with your breath. With your eyes closed, can you visualize filling the entire belly, chest, ribs? A 360-degree breath, using all of the real estate in there. Let's take 2 more breaths for free. All right, now's a great time to move your blocks to the top of the mat. If you've got them, meet me in a tabletop. Take an inhale, and with an exhale, moving to downward facing dog. Just one time, inhale, rise to tiptoes. And exhale, press your heels back. Inhale, send the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw your right knee in toward your nose, lean forward, dome the upper back. How silently can you land your right foot in between your hands? Grab your blocks, take them right underneath your shoulders, and then draw right hip back and left hip forward, press back thigh to ceiling. Inhale, arms up for crescent lunge. Just like we did in our chair pose, hollow the armpits, internally spin the pinky fingers. Every exhalation, contain the front ribs, draw them in toward the spine. For 2. Don't move your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to blocks or to the mat. Straighten your front leg as much as you can without changing the position of your feet. Draw right hip back, left hip forward. Option to flex the front toes back toward the face. This is pyramid pose. Notice if you're rounding the spine, and can you instead soften your front knee to find a long spine. 2 more breaths here. Really intense hamstring stretch for the right side. Now, working with our balance, we'll alternate between crescent lunge and this shape. Rebend the front knee. Inhale, arms up, crescent. Exhale, dive forward, hands to blocks, pyramid pose. So the feet are locked in position. Rebend the front knee. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, pyramid, hands to blocks. Twice more. Inhale. Dive forward. Exhale. Really tricky balance transition. Again, last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to pyramid. Now pause here. Take an inhale. Find a long spine. Exhale, walk your hands left. Turn to face the long edge of the mat and bring the feet parallel for a wide-legged forward fold. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale and fold hands in between the feet. Let the head drop heavy and draw your elbows in toward each other. A little softness in your knees to help glide the thigh bones up and back. We breathe here for 3. 2. Think half lift as you inhale. Keep your right hand where it is. Exhale, left hand to the low back. Open the chest to the left. We're in an elephant twist. And can you keep a little bit more weight in your right foot here, just to keep the low back parallel to the ceiling? Option to stay or send your left arm up, or even left arm behind the back in a half bind. We breathe for 3. The inhale is for length. The exhale is to twist. 2. Exhale back through center. Find length. Half lift inhale. Exhale, turn to face the front. Rebend the front knee. Plant your palms. Your choice. Step to down dog hold or step to plank and flow. Either way, that same patient Ujjayi breath. Let's do second side. Inhale, send your left leg up and back. See if you can keep the hips square here. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Look forward, lean forward, press the mat away. How silently can you land your left foot in between your hands? Grab your blocks, take them underneath your shoulders. Draw left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. Maybe taking a little softness into your back knee so that you can drop your tailbone and tilt the pubic bone up toward the face, straightening the back leg from that place. And take a big breath in. Exhale, hands to blocks. Don't move your feet. Straighten the front leg any amount for pyramid pose. Option to flex the front toes back toward the face. Notice the space between your lowest left rib and your left hip bone, and can you increase that space by swaying your tailbone to the back right-hand corner of the mat? And here's that tricky part again. Let's move between this shape and crescent lunge. Rebend your front knee, find your balance. Inhale, arms up to crescent. Exhale, dive forward, pyramid pose. Again, inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale, dive forward, slow as if moving through honey. Twice more, you've got it. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, dive forward. Last time, inhale. Dive forward, exhale. Pause here. Think half lift as you inhale, get long. Exhale, walk the hands right. Turn to face the long edge of the mat. Feet come parallel. Go for a half lift. Lean forward, inhale, exhale, and fold. Any variation here, you may like to grab your big toes, ankles, calves, or I'll offer a shoulder stretch, interlacing the hands behind the back into a fist and letting your fist pendulum swing up and overhead. For balance, we press into the outside edges of the feet and lean forward, thigh bones glide up and back for 3. Head is heavy, jaw soft, tongue soft. 2. Gently release the hands beneath the face. Go for a half lift as you inhale. Left hand stays where it is. Exhale, right hand to the low back for an elephant twist, second side. Send more weight into your left foot to level the pelvis. And maybe sending the right arm up or a half bind for 3. So for the simple fact that the feet are wide apart, we won't be able to twist as deeply as if the feet were close together. So we adjust our expectations and do our best to resist cranking through the spine or through the hips. Take an inhale. Exhale back through center. Go for a half lift. Big breath in. Exhale, fold, stay low, turn to face the top edge of the mat. Find a lunge, plant your palms. Your choice, step to down dog hold or step to plank and throw in a flow here. We meet in downward facing. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release to your rest in child's pose or your favorite resting shape. Right back to the breath. Can you reconnect to your hissing sound? Equal length breaths in as out. Let's take 2 more here for free. Meet me in a tabletop. Take an inhale, and with your exhale, downward facing dog. Just one time, inhale, rise to tiptoes. And exhale, press your heels back. Right leg high, inhale. Exhale, draw knee to nose, and that silent step to lunge. Inhale, take the arms up to crescent lunge. This time, exhale, open up into warrior 2. Lengthen your stride by a couple of inches. Front heel aligns with back heel or back arch. We pause for 3 breaths, bending the front knee to 90 degrees and encouraging the front knee to the baby toe side of the front foot. Trikonasana. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, stay long in the ribs as you lean to the top edge of the mat. Right hand down, left arm up, triangle pose. Can you spin the rib cage around the spine so that we're opening the heart toward the ceiling? 3. Thighs are strong, glutes are strong. Press into the outside edges of the feet for 2. Nothing changes except we look down. Moving to warrior 2, rebend your front knee and inhale, rise. Exhale, flip your front palm to the ceiling and dance it back. Reverse warrior. So feel free to lean into your back hand just so long as it isn't right on the knee joint. So above or below the knee is great. Direct your breath into the right side ribs. Take 2 more. And once again, working with some balance, moving between this shape and triangle pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, 2 straight legs, dive forward. Triangle. Rebend the front knee. Inhale, dance it back. Exhale, 2 straight legs. Twice more like this. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. Last time is different. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Focus your gaze. Take a big breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands either side of the front foot and step to high plank. Let's hold our plank here. Just a little bit of strength activation. Firm your thighs, firm your bum, and lean forward. So the shoulders come beyond your wrist to your knuckles. We're here for 3. Front ribs press to ceiling 2. With your exhale, your choice, down dog or flow. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Let's go second side. Inhale, send your left leg up and back. Exhale, draw knee to nose, look forward, lean forward. How silently can you step your left foot between your hands? And find balance here. Inhale, arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. We'll pause here. So a nice long stride. Notice if you're leaning to your front thigh, can you find a vertical spine here? Shoulders stacked vertically over hips and then drop the hips low. Just a couple more breaths. Pressing into the outside edges of the feet for balance and stability. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, lean to the top edge of the mat. Left hand down, right arm high. Notice if you're sticking your bum back behind you, and can you try and level your pelvis by stacking right hip vertically on top of left. Just two more. Nothing changes except we look down, rebend the front knee. Inhale, rise through warrior two. Front palm flips. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Dance it back. Direct your breath into the left side ribs. Can you contain the front rib cage really strong? Working with some balance as we move between this shape and triangle pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, two straight legs, triangle. Rebend the front knee. Inhale, dance it back. Exhale, two straight legs, dive it forward. Fluid movement, twice more. Inhale. Dive forward, exhale. Last time's different. Inhale, toss it back. Exhale, warrior two. Steady your gaze. Take a big breath in. Exhale, windmill hands either side of the front foot. Step it back to plank. Hold that plank. Now your choice to stay here. You can also take plank from your knees. If you're coming with me, inhale, glide forward. And exhale, glide back. That's it. We'll repeat that once again. Inhale, glide forward. And exhale, glide back. Twice more. Inhale. Glide back and exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale, glide back. Your choice, down dog or flow. We meet for a rest, child's pose, or your favorite shape, right back to the breath. So the focus of today's practice is establishing greater length in the spine. And a great way to do that is to massage the discs in the spine with these kind of forward, backward movements. So a little bit more dynamic movement than we're used to in a hatha practice, but it is by design specifically to increase the length in the spine. A couple more breaths here. Enjoy your rest. In this final, more dynamic sequence, we will be using our blocks once again, so make sure that they're at the top of the mat. And then meet me in a tabletop. Take a big breath in, exhale, tuck toes, lift hips, downward facing dog. And this time, walk your hands back toward your feet. So we'll end up in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Soften your knees, head is heavy, and with an inhale, a slow roll all the way up to standing. Take it really slow. Find mountain pose, stack the spine, take a breath. And then externally rotate your shoulder heads, turn your palms to face the top edge of the mat. Take a brave step forward on your right foot, transfer your weight. As we move to warrior three, can you roll your left hip forward in line with your right and contain your front ribs? Big breath in. Exhale, topple forward. See if you can find a capital T shape, but a diagonal line is beautiful. Blocks are here if you'd rather support your warrior three, no problem. We pause for three. Especially when we're tired, this shape is really challenging. Stay with the breath for two. Standing splits, hands to blocks or to the mat. Let the head drop. See if you can lift your left leg a little bit higher, but it's possible for most of us that it won't change at all. Maybe fingertips come a little bit closer to toe tips for three. Challenging ourselves to spot our kneecap rather than our toes for two. And then simply step your left foot one natural stride behind your right. 2 flat feet, 2 straight legs, maybe hands on blocks. Go for a half lift. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Kind of like a pyramid pose, but our stride is much shorter. And as you look back at your feet, it should appear like they're on skis rather than a tightrope. Hip width apart. 2 more breaths. Feet stay the same. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to low back. Left hand hops either to the front shin, top of the front foot, or I like to use the block on the outside of the front foot. Open the chest to the right, stack the shoulders, and if it's accessible, right arm high, but you don't have to. Maybe challenging your balance by sending your gaze high for 3. Revolve triangle, such a tricky balancing shape, even though we have 2 feet on the mat. For 2. And with an exhale, look down. Lose your blocks. Plant your palms. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a full breath out. Soften your knees. Walk your hands back toward your feet. Knees are soft. Head is heavy. And with an inhale, slow roll all the way back up to standing. Articulate through the spine. Experience your physical body as it is. And take a breath in mountain pose. Increase the breadth across the chest. Externally rotate your shoulder heads. Turn the palms to face forward. Brave step forward on the left foot as you inhale. Transfer your weight. Contain the front ribs and roll the right hip forward in line with the left. Take an inhale. Exhale. Topple forward, warrior 3. In the Moto sequence, we call this toppling tree. Can you continue to connect your shoulder blades on the upper back for 3? Notice how softening your supporting knee makes it easier to internally rotate your lifted leg so the knee points down, leveling the pelvis for 2. Moving to standing splits. Hands to the mat or to blocks. Let the head be heavy. Maybe the right leg lifts a little bit higher, certainly doesn't have to. Doing our best to spot the kneecap for 3. Maybe hands closer to your foot for 2. And stepping the right foot, just one natural stride behind the left. 2 flat feet, 2 straight legs. Now anchor your back heel. As you inhale, shift more weight into your front foot. You'll feel the pelvis shift. Exhale and fold. Of course, using your blocks here if you need to bring the floor a little bit closer. Can you lengthen your left waist by swaying your tailbone to the back right-hand corner of the mat? Feet don't move. Think half lift as you inhale. Exhale, left hand to the low back. Right hand comes to the front shin, top of the front foot, or the block on the outside of the front foot. Open the chest, stack the shoulders. Option to stay or left arm high for 3. Sending your gaze high will definitely challenge your balance. Looking down to solidify your balance for 2. Exhale, look down. Lose your blocks. Plant your palms. Downward facing dog. Your choice to stay or take one final flow for your practice. Together we inhale and exhale. Your favorite journey to seated, whether releasing to the knees, stepping through, or hopping through to seated. Extend the legs long. Draw the flesh back away from your sit bones. Keep your knees intentionally a little bit bent. Flex the toes back toward the face. Inhale, arms up, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Picking up the outside edges of the feet. Inhale, glide the heart forward. Exhale, glide the thigh bones back. So you may be starting to recognize the trend that all forward folds, whether seated, standing, wide leg, they all follow the same points of alignment. We're just moving the floor. And keeping the knees soft so that belly can connect to thighs. Take 2 more here. Inhale, rise. Exhale, draw your right knee in toward your chest and take the right foot up and over the left leg for a twist. Right arm back, left arm high. Inhale. Exhale, we twist elbow to knee, or I really like to hug the knee into the chest. You know best what feels good. Inhaling to sit tall and exhaling as your twist. Directing the breath into the chest while the belly is busy here. Take 2 more. Inhale back through center. Exhale, a gentle counter twist. And see if you can do this without using your hands. Float your shins to boat pose. Once you arrive, you can support your shape by carrying your calves, or I really like to wrap the forearms around the back of the knees. For more intensity, reach for your toes and bring your knees together for 3, 2. Now, just to test your core strength, see if you can extend the legs along the mat without making any sound. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, fold. Half lift as you inhale. Fold to exhale. We breathe for 3. Imagining that your body were like a balloon. Can you inflate it completely with your inhale? Watch it deflate as you exhale. And take 1 more breath here. Inhale, rise. Exhale, draw the left knee in toward the chest and take the foot up and over. Sit tall. Left arm back, right arm high. Inhale. Exhale, we twist elbow to knee or hug your knee into the chest. Lean forward enough that your back hand is really light on the mat, just there to prop you up, but not to carry the weight of the torso. Last breath here. Inhale back through center. Exhale, little counter twist. And once again, float your shins, boat pose. Home stretch, my friends, almost there. We're here for 3. Broaden the chest, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. For 2. This time, simply release the soles of the feet to the mat and slink all the way forward. So if you have a bolster, a great time to bring it toward your mat. Otherwise, your blocks will do just fine here. Reach the arms long and loop the shoulders back. Take an inhale. Exhale, we roll back nice and slow for 5, 4, 3, articulating through the spine for 2, all the way back for 1. Draw the knees in toward the chest, one hand on each knee. Circle both knees right, both knees left. A little massage for the low back. Setting up for thread the needle, soles of both feet to the mat. Send the right leg high with your inhale. Exhale, bend at the knee. Outside edge of the right foot finds the left thigh. Make sure that right foot is really strongly flexed. Your choice to press the right thigh away, or feed your right arm in between the legs and pick up the left leg for a little bit more intensity. Maybe pressing right elbow into right thigh feels good. For 3. If you're feeling the stretch in your hip and your glute, you're doing it right. Doesn't need to be intense, should never be painful. With an exhale, left foot down, right foot down, and let's do the other side. Send your left leg high, inhale. Exhale, bend at the knee. Flex your left foot a lot. You choose the depth of the stretch that makes sense on this unique side. Of course, no one is built symmetrically. Each side always feels different and affords us a little bit of a different amount of space. Chest soft, shoulders soft, really isolating the effort just to the hips. With an exhale, right foot down, left foot down. Our last shape here, connecting the soles of the feet, letting the knees open like a book. And if it feels good, I know I like to bring blocks under my upper thighs. You can always dilute the shape by sliding your feet further away or intensify by bringing your feet closer in. And doing our best to really release the weight of the lower body to gravity. Just let it drop, resting the hands wherever feels most comfortable and allowing the upper back to be really soft, really easy. Great opportunity to return to the intention we set at the beginning of practice, if you can remember it. If you're like me, you set an intention and throughout the practice it disappears, and that's okay, trusting that that seed has been planted, the growth has begun. Taking the hands either side of the knees, close them like a book, draw them in toward the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins or behind the hamstrings, head and shoulders off the mat, forehead to knees, squeeze tight, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Final Shavasana, legs long, arms by your sides. Big breath in. And let it out. Let the body soften. Body heavy and breath nice and light. And can you relax with your full attention? Eyes heavy, ears heavy. Tongue and lips soft. Be still and rest. Lead us from the surreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to living. Om, peace, peace, peace. I'm so grateful to be back on the mat with you today. Thank you for sharing in this practice. I'm hoping that you and yours are well. Please drink lots of water, have a really nutritious brunch or lunch, wash your hands, and I will see you back on the mat Wednesday evening, 5:30 for an all levels vinyasa practice. Hoping to see you then. Namaste.
Thanks so much for joining in, folks. Reopening the comments just for the last minute or so here. Thanks for sticking it out to the end and staying for Shavasana. Oh, cheers, folks. Happy to be back. Oh, lots of love right back at ya. Good job. I hope you got a little bit sweaty. That's always the best. I love you too, Midge. No, it's my pleasure, folks. Have such a wonderful day. I think we've got a little bit more sunshine today. Get out there within a responsible distance. Wear a mask. All right, guys, signing off. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye.